Doctor Who is back again, but the news is somewhat grim.
RTD and Bad Wolf are out, and Christmas is in the bin.
A franchise once beloved now feels like a hollow shell.
RTD refused to save it. Let the whole thing rot in hell. This used to be Master's favorite show of all time. Isn't it sad that he is now happy it's canceled?
I am so happy. The day I found out that this show was canceled, I was actually in a good mood. That is how much it's gone from. It used to be, as I said, it used to be my favorite show. I used to rewatch a bunch of episodes every year. I have not watched a Doctor Who episode, I think, in like over 3 years now.
Yeah, at least.
I don't think I've actually watched a full episode of Doctor Who in over 3 years now. It has been so bad since the end of Peter Capaldi's run. Yes, some people say it got bad before that, but at the same time, I think Peter Capaldi did such a good job that I can stomach it just for him. I think when it ended was Doctor, I let you go, and it fades to black. That's it.
Yeah, that's how it should have ended.
But we got news, guys. Doctor Who Christmas special is not going forward. And not only that, but Russell T. Davies and Bad Wolf have exited the series. But there's something you guys don't know, okay?
And what is that, pray tell?
Not only did they leave, but also so did the casting advisor also left. So they have no showrunner, no production team,
and no casting director. Yeah, and no one, literally no one, is offering to lend a hand.
Well, actually, that's not true. So people were talking about it, but it wasn't to make offers. It was to say how Doctor Who is a poisoned chalice. That is what it's now known for in the industry. And people were saying that they will not sign on to write for it because they don't want to deal with having to fix all the damage that has been done.
That is sad. That is very sad indeed.
They're saying it will be off air to the earliest till 2028 and potentially latest 2031.
Honestly, it should probably just never come back at all. There's no fixing this anymore. They've ruined it past the point of no return.
I honestly think there's a way to bring it back. I just think they're too cowardly to do it. If they made it a retcon, like, here's what they do. Okay, want me to tell you the easiest way to fix it?
Sure.
Make it that it turns out that the next episode is Peter Capaldi waking up and going, like, wait, what? What's going on? Or they even get the lieutenant back, right? And it turns out that what happened was that Jodie Whittaker's doctor was actually the Valeyard and was working with the Master. And because of that, that's what happened here. And this whole thing has been like a nightmare and fake. And they've actually been like harvesting the doctor for regeneration energy or something they could do. And
but they're not going to do that because they'll never actually make the Doctor evil, which is what the Valeyard is supposed to be.
But here's the thing, honey. I want to tell you the saddest thing. Let's say they did this. Let's say they did what I suggested or something like that.
Yeah?
I don't care anymore.
You still would not come back, would you?
Nope.
Like, yeah, because it's too late. They had their chance and they blew it.
I bring this up every time, and I'm not trying to milk it, but I bring it up to let you guys understand. People will go, well, why are you covering this if you don't like it anymore? Let me explain. I got into Doctor Who because I had a friend, she rests in peace, who is no longer with us, who got me into Doctor Who. And as I said, it was my favorite show. And I used to talk with her about it. And unfortunately, she had cystic fibrosis and passed away right towards the end of Peter Capaldi's run as the Doctor. Now, why do I still cover it? Because I owe it to myself and I owe it to her to cover it, to continue to chronicle it. Because you know what? I remember how good it was. I remember how whenever I was in a bad place in life, whenever I felt like I had nowhere to turn, I could always put on an episode of Doctor Who. And I just always, Doctor knew what to say to make me feel better. It was weird. For me, it was just very important, right?
Yeah.
And it's not anymore. It's not even, like, again, I want to make very clear that the last season, They had the Doctor come out of go and become cartoon and come out of the TV screen to see the hashtag to meet real fans and talk about RIP Doctor Who. They had him go to the planet of the incels. No, I'm not joking. And
That's actually what it's called.
And fight a straight white male podcaster. I wonder what that's about. And then they also turned it into, they had one of the things ends with a musical where they sing about there's always a twist, there's always a twist, there's always a twist at the end. There's always a twist at the end.
It's crap.
Like, I'm sorry. What do you want me to say to that? Like, look, Doctor Who has done some crazy things. The Rings of Akatan, for example,
that was one of my favorite episodes.
But it was a musical, and they did it correctly.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't like this. Like, this is retarded. And what's hilarious is Russell T Davies made this whole statement, not thanking anybody, and basically saying, oh, the show will continue. And I didn't write any scripts when there was news out there that there were scripts. But also, he's now out there giving multiple interviews saying how, no, the show's not canceled. Anybody who tells you it's canceled is lying to you.
Go ahead and call it cancelled if you want. You're wrong. You're literally wrong.
The show is not cancelled.
I know, it's extraordinary to see newspapers who should know better seeing the show has been cancelled. It's the opposite. It's been put out to tender. Yes. And I understand that's an industry phrase, and people might not understand what a show being put out to tender means. Equally, at the same time, those people are complaining on devices which have a search engine. Go and look it up.
So basically, he's lying to himself and is coping and seething in all the right ways?
Let me explain. So what the BBC is doing with this is they're putting it out for tender. What does this mean? Putting it out for tender means putting it up on the market for the highest bidder to bid on to decide if they want to produce the show. Now, could this be an opportunity to reboot it and take it a fresh direction? Yes. However, the issue is the damage has already been done. Taking it a fresh direction might allow it to survive a little longer. But the problem is there's so much damage to the Doctor lore and stuff like that. And if they don't go back there and change it or fix it or even attempt to, they're not going to get people back. And at this point, you told us all to go. The Doctor, person playing the Doctor, when I say playing the Doctor, Ncuti Gatwa, playing the Doctor, when I say he was playing the Doctor, he was playing himself with a bit of Doctor sprinkled in, said that if you didn't like the show, that you should go outside and touch grass.
And so everyone did. And then when the ratings were so bad because no one was watching, the station literally blamed the weather, even though it premieres at night.
But do you remember they had also a drag queen as a villain, Jinx Monsoon, as the maestro, and they had them use right pronouns, whatever. But here's the weirdest part: Jinx, whatever it is, said, "For every fan we lose, we'll gain like 3 to 5 more fans just for diversity alone." And then the ratings tanked.
Because those 3 to 5 fans for diversity don't exist.
I don't ever see them going back and making the fixes that they need to. And even if they did, I don't trust them anymore. That's the thing. Look, you couldn't fix a show. You can retcon whatever you want. The problem is when it comes to fan base and the trust that they have in you as someone who produces the show or makes the show, when you break that trust, it takes a lot longer to heal. And it will not heal that easily. For me, I look at this and I go, this is not the show that I love anymore. It's the same meme, that meme of I have made more of the thing. Yay, everybody likes the thing. You have to change the thing. If you don't change it, I'm upset that you're excluding me. And he changed it to the thang. And he goes, I have made the thing. I'm like, oh, that's not the thing we want. And everybody leaves and he goes, will you buy the thing? And the person goes, I never wanted it.
Yep. And rinse, repeat.
I don't care anymore. I'm sorry. I don't care anymore. I see this as it's not even Doctor Who anymore. And you know what? You know what's sad? If it doesn't come back, I'll be happy. If it does come back, I won't care. Either way, I will still cover it, but I literally will not care anymore. I just don't. I don't care. The apathy has set in for me that even if they brought it back and actually did what I suggested and retcon everything after Peter Capaldi and whatever, it wouldn't bring me back. I don't trust you guys. You broke our trust. You attacked the fans. And you know what happens? Eventually, when you do it enough, the fans have enough and they leave. Doctor Who survived as long as it did because of the fans who love it. And you decided that the fans were the reason it wasn't doing as well as you want. And now you found out the truth. The truth was it was never because of you or Disney money or whatever. It was because the fans have always been the voice and the heart of the show. And the Doctor has two hearts, that the fans were both of them. None of them were you.
Share with your crew, escape life's hell. From spooky memes to advice obscure, here's your dark solace of humor as a cure.